Hello and welcome to Supersport Park, day 3 of the Momentum Health Challenge. My name is Ken Borland. Alongside me, it's a great pleasure to welcome Gert Maloney. And we see the Eastern Storm having won the toss and elected to bowl first, about to deliver the first delivery to the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. It's Aman Khan to Nathan Roo, and the Inyati are underway immediately. This game is a dead rubber, unfortunately. The Inyati have won both their games, so they are through to tomorrow's final. And Easterns, unfortunately, have lost both their games, so they're out of contention. But this afternoon, we have a very exciting game between the Mpumalanga Rhinos and Northern Cape, which is a semi-final, basically. Winner takes all to join the Inyati in the final. A little bit of shape there for Aman Khan. Good morning, Gert. Any surprise the Eastern Storm won the toss and chose to bowl first?
Morning, Ken. Always a privilege to be at Supersport Park. To be honest, I don't think they really would care. I think they consider themselves a better chasing team. We saw that in Division 2 last year as well. Don't mind chasing, but they are missing some key players. They are missing some senior players.
Quick single there. Good running between the wickets between Roo and Sazani. These two enjoyed a great start yesterday. They were 57 for 1 in the power play, bowled with batted with great intent. Everyone so far in this tournament in the morning game who's won the toss is elected to bowl first. There's maybe a little bit of moisture around. The pitch will be a little slower than in the afternoon. Nicely put away by Sazani through cover point for 4.
Lovely shot. Open the face just to make sure that they can elude that man at cover. That's a lovely shot between cover and point. And it just shows a testament to the confidence that Inyati is playing with at the moment. If you're 2 for 2, you don't mind throwing the hands at anything wide. In this case, it was there to be hit. Way over pitched, bit of width. Just hammered through that offside, and this outfield is lightning.
Yeah, as we have been saying, the outfield may look a bit ropey. It's been aerated, hence the holes, small holes. As another single down to third man. But it has been very quick, typically quick Supersport Park outfield, in which the batters have really got good value for their shots.
An amazing running there. They turned that 1 into 2. That's also been, if you watch the games, one of the key factors for Eastern Cape Iinyathi is the running between the wickets. They've been very, very good, almost playing a tip and run sort of game.
That's a good delivery from Aman Khan, just dragging the length back a bit, and Sazani groping a bit. So the end of the first over, 9 without loss, and dead right, Gert. And Inyati have just always come out with a lot of energy, opening at the start of their innings, even when they were in very serious trouble in their first game. They were 9 for 2 and 13 for 3, in fact. But they kept going, they kept batting positively, and ended up winning that game.
What you want is, even if you're in a bit of trouble, just make sure that you actually get the rotation, make sure the strike rotates, because nothing frustrates a bowler more than having to bowl every delivery to a different batter. And also, just talking about the Eastern Storm, if you're going to win the toss and elect to bowl first, you've got to hit those hard lengths. You've got to go back of a length a little bit, that 7-meter mark.
Andrew Rasamene is the new bowler. He's been pretty steady for Easterns. One of their better bowlers. Easterns have struggled a bit tactically in their 2 defeats, just dealing with the one very short boundary as Rasameni bowls, as Sizani takes strike there. It's Sizani's offside. That's the very short boundary, long boundary to leg. Well bowled by Rasameni. It's going to be a valuable dot ball.
Coming back to what I was saying, if you're going to win the toss, those hard links, normally up here in the high veld, that first couple of overs with the new hard ball, there's a bit of moisture in. It's a freshly rolled deck. There's always a little bit of sideways movement in that first couple, especially if you look at the overhead conditions. It's a beautiful blue day.
Bit edgy by Sizani, but safe enough down to third man.
Beautiful blue day. It's going to get very hot. That pitch is going to dry out. It's going to become easier to bat on. It's almost going to look like they've taken the N1 and just put it on the ground.
The pitch has really played well, you know, for this time of year, just out of autumn, just out of winter rather. Normally pitches are a bit sluggish, but this one's had decent pace. And groundsman Brian Bloy has done a great job. Ooh, popped up towards mid-off. They're going to take a quick single. I feel to try to get rid of the ball quickly, but couldn't get the required pace behind it. And yeah, we've seen a little bit of swing with the new ball, but only for a couple of overs, and then it's gone. And one of the teams that have done well in this competition have been the teams whose seam bowlers have taken pace off and hit the deck hard, who have switched to that early on, and it's an area Easterns have struggled with.
See, Rasameni is just bowling those hard lengths. He's just creating 1 or 2 problems. Already got the outside part of the bat on 2 separate occasions. Gets one to pop, and that's this time of year, especially because we've in South Africa kind of missed spring, because it went from being very cold to very hot.
No slip for the Eastern Storm, which I don't know. I just think positive. We've already seen one edge go through there just for the first couple of overs, just to see what's going on. Hit over the top by Sizani. Excellent shot targeting that area over extra cover. That's the place to go when batting the right-hander, batting at the West Lane end. Ends the over with a boundary.
Lovely shot. Just never tried to keep it down. Knew that he just had to get the elevation. This outfield, as you mentioned, might have been aerated, but it is lightning. They filled it up with sand. This is like playing on a putting green that's very quick.
Yeah, tons of sand apparently put on the outfield, trying to build it up to. Apparently the square had become a little bit too elevated. Bowlers weren't happy having to continue run uphill from both ends. So 16 without loss after 2 overs. Aman Khan will continue from the West Lane end. Nicely worked by Roo, just a single.
See, that exactly is what I was talking about. Aman Khan is a very tall bowler. He lets it go from nice and high. He's just that tad too full. From where that ball was, he just needs to bring it back about a meter. So when he gets that bit of movement off the seam, he can actually get the edge. And also, if he gets a bit of pop, he'll hit the splice of the bat. So he's just about a meter too full at the moment.
And I'm surprised because he had a very successful T20 campaign last season for Easterns. Oh, that one has struck the pad, not straight enough though, probably going down leg. But and Willamore Park, to be honest, is not that different to Supersport Park in terms of conditions.
See, immediately that was a meter shorter than the previous one. And it gives the ball a bit of time to move and beat that bat, instead of allowing the batter to get closer to the pitch of the ball, which makes stroke play, especially on this deck, easier.
Much better length, the previous delivery. Just a little shimmy from Nathan Roo there.
It just shows you what the previous ball did. all of a sudden there's a bit of movement in here to actually shimmy down the track just to upset the length and making sure that he doesn't pitch it in that length again. So they'll do well. And I think the slip that you mentioned, it comes down to confidence. They're not confident in their pace bowlers at the moment. Confidence in the game isn't there to have a more attacking field.
Up and over by Sazani. He hasn't got all of it, but it's going to be more than enough to get him the boundary.
Almost got that elevation wrong there, did Sazani. You can see him just playing a little bit under it. The hands going up instead of through, but luckily there was enough power. Again, the length allowing him to get that elevation hit through the line.
And too much width as well from Aman Khan. Really easy for Sazani to free the arms there. 23 without loss now. Oh, it's a good delivery, and they're going to get a single out of it anyway, though. Okay, and Eastern's also awareness in the field, energy in the field, also need to improve.
A bit lackluster at the moment. Almost feel like they're just going through the motions, waiting for something to happen instead of creating a chance or two. You can see the long on and long off is right on the circle as well, so anything that's played with soft hands is an easy single.
Nathan Roux targeting down the ground there. Will feel he missed out. End of the third over, 24 without loss.
16 in his 2 overs, Aman Khan. Holding a couple of things, giving too much width. Sazani especially has taken a liking to him. Nasamene conceded the 7. There was also the one big flourish on the offside from Sazani.
Sazani looked good yesterday. He made 21 of 13 balls, then got out. So he'll be wanting to convert another start today into something substantial.
He just looks like one of those batters that's going to go at you every chance he gets. So he will give you a chance.
Yeah, he hasn't been rash though. I feel he's actually taken quite sort of calculated risks in the power play, which is important. Obviously, he's then made a mistake to get out, so I'm probably contradicting myself. But he's not just swinging at everything, not just swinging for the rafters willy-nilly.
A change in bowling. Khumalo coming in.
His first game of the Momentum Health Challenge. Oh, and powerfully pulled away straight, and a couple of bounces over long on for 4. That's a great shot by Lihle Sazani.
And all he simply said was, "Welcome, Khumalo, to Supersport Park." As the Goud train passes, the ball also passed the fence.
It wasn't that bad a delivery. It was a touch short, but just on and about off stump. Just a really good shot by Lihle Sazani with mid on up. And he's targeting, he's out. He's heaved it to mid wicket, targeting that leg side. And again, well, that time similar sort of length delivery, and he didn't get good enough contact to clear the infield.
Almost looks like he was rolling his wrists on this one, where the previous one he was playing with nice straight firm wrist to get it over that long on man, and this time just rolling the wrist trying to get it in between mid and mid wicket, and just throwing his wicket away. That's exactly what I was talking about. He's going to be aggressive, he's going to give you a chance, and thank goodness Luba made sure that Sazani goes back into the hut for 21.
Yeah, he almost said in between mid-wicket and mid-on, and I also feel maybe he was a bit in between going over the top or trying to keep the ball on the ground. Credit to Martin Khumalo for sticking to his lengths even though he got hit for 4 off that length off the first delivery. So Litle Sazana caught Luba, bowled Kamala for 21 off 13 deliveries, 4 fours in that innings. But again, Sazani has made a bright start without going on. It's 28 for 1, 2 balls into the 4th over.
And hopefully this will give the Storm a bit of confidence as Christian de Toy comes to the crease. Just a bit of confidence, just to get their tails up a little. I want to go back to the East Rand without a win under their belt.
No run there. Yeah, particularly Gert, since Easterns were a very good T20 outfit last season. They made the final of this tournament last year, beaten by the Inyati eventually. But they also won 5 of their 6 T20 challenge games in Division 2. Made the final of that competition but lost to the Tuskers from KZN Inland. So given that sort of pedigree, they are missing key players, but it's been disappointing this week for them. Wonderful shot by Christian de Toy onto the bank, the long boundary, but that's soared over. What a fantastic pick-up 6 by du Toit.
Just straying in line, and it's up and over. It's a 6er. And what a shot. Lovely hands. My word, that went through the line of the ball. And that is a big hit. That boundary is about 70 meters, and that cleared it with meters to spare.
I think it's more than 70, Gert, to be honest.
Are we going to start this conversation
yes,
again?
Yes, we've had this before. Will someone please provide us with a measuring tape so Gert and I can settle our grievances once and for all? Kabala, a bit of pace off there. Single, but Christian de Toy will be delighted with that start. It gives you a lot of confidence when you get off the mark with a beautifully struck shot like that.
And how important it is. All the coaches would want to say to you 5s and 7s, and not everyone knows what we mean by that, is as soon as you get a big hit, don't get carried away. Don't think the next one's going to go as well. Drop, take the single, just calm down at the other end, especially when in the start of your innings. Adrenaline might get the better of you.
Hooked away by Nathan, who's got it between the keeper and short fine leg. So another boundary conceded off the last ball of the over. Martin Kamala's gone for 2 4s and a 6 in that over. Got the wicket though.
Yeah, it's one of those overs that started off with a boundary, and then a wicket, and then a dot, and then a 6, and then a 1, and then a 4 again. And I'm not sure that Roo got all of that. It almost looked a little bit edgy. Almost looked like it was just trying to beat that man inside the ring and behind square with the pull. He wanted to go backward of square, but this one just came off a little bit more fine. But an excellent start. Once again, they are 39 for the loss of 1, as Rasamene decided, I like to go the other way, please.
It's got a short leg side boundary now to bowl too. But one of the features of the Inyati's success in this Momentum Health Challenge has been how well they've done in the power play. In the first game, they were 13 for 3, but they still managed to get to 52 for 3 in the power play. Oh, that's too short from Rasamene. de Toy again, and that's into the chalets on top of the bank on the western side of the ground. 2 fabulous hits by Christian de Toy.
Well, I don't think the short part of the ground would have mattered, to be fair. That was another biggie. Luckily, the John Deere chalet just stopped the ball from going over into those practice nets, because there's a couple of cars standing behind those chalets. Umpires might just want to have a look at this one. It absolutely thudded into the roof of those chalets. And oh boy, looks like the toy, anything back of a length or short, he's going to use those long levers and just spank it.
Well, he showed in the previous over that he could clear the very long boundary, so the short boundary, no problem at all. Someone hit it over the Chalets yesterday. I shall try to remember. But yeah, just talking about the Inyati in the power play. So from 13 for 3 in their first game, then they got to 52 for 3 in the first 6 overs. Yesterday, 57 for 1 in their first 6 overs, and they're well on their way to doing even better today. 45 for 1 ball bowled in the 5th over. 2 full, and Du Toit lashes it now through the covers for 4. The Waterkloof product, who's moved down to the Eastern Cape to get more regular senior opportunity. Well, he's cashing in today.
Well, that was absolutely stand and deliver. No real foot movement, just leant into it. The length was there. Rasamene over-pitched completely, overcompensating from the previous one. And that's 10 in 2 for Du Toit. And that one was not chasing it, that was just go fetching it.
And there was too much wit as well from Rasamene. It really was a poor delivery. Suitably punished by Christian Du Toit. Again 2 full. Hammered down the ground. I'm not sure Rasamene got a hand to that, but it wouldn't have made much difference. 6-4-4 to start the 5th over.
I think Rasamene can be very, very glad he didn't get a hand to that, because he might have gone with the ball. Oh, ferocious power by Du Toit, and the 50 is up. 53 in just 27 deliveries, and we're only halfway through the 5th. So this might be their biggest power play yet.
7 4s and 2 6s in that 50. So we've had 9 boundaries in 4.5 overs. That's a little bit better by Rasamene on the full side, but more towards the Yorker length and closer to that red wide guideline outside off stump. If you are going to go full and wide, it's got to be properly full and properly wide, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know if this is the right tactic for a man like Du Toit. If he's going to throw the hands at it, it's going to fly off that piece of willow of his.
Well, these are the times. I mean, I can understand he wants to keep them away from the short boundary on the leg side, but this is the time to hit the deck with a change of pace. I know the ball was only in the 5th over, but there's no rule that says that you can't bowl a slower ball. We saw John Hendrickson bowl a slower ball in the 1st over yesterday. John Hendrickson of Mpumalanga Rhinos. Ooh, might have been interesting if it had been a direct hit.
I almost feel that was a direct hit. He was found wanting. But they're running with no fear at the moment. You mentioned 9 boundaries already, 4 of them for the compliments of Du Toit. Those 2 6s also coming off his bat. 54 for the loss of 1. Still 7 deliveries to go in the power play.
Yeah, Coach Tumelo Bodibe has obviously done a great job with this Inyati team. Striving for the Yorker again, misses marginally. But the Inyati for many years have been really sort of strugglers in Division 2. But last season, Tumelo Bodibe and his bowling coach, Rowan Richards, really sparked a revival. They had a really good season. They shared the 4-day trophy with the Tuskers, and just as you say, Khat, the positivity they're playing their T20 cricket with now is very impressive. So 55 for 1 after 5 overs,
and that's gone over to the 4-day challenge, has gone over to the 50 over format as well. I think their mindset is just, look, even if you lose wickets, we want to score runs. You've got to have runs on the board. You have the best bowling attack in the world. If you don't have runs on the board, can't really do much. Just they're running between the wickets, they're power hitting, and you alluded to that positive mindset of just, we need runs. They've just helped them through all formats, really.
Yeah, and I go back to that first game in this tournament when they were 13 for 3. But Jason Niemand and Sidisi Malika still got them up to 52 in the power play. Another short arm pull from Nathan Roux, very nicely put away for 4, and Martin Kumala's struggles continue.
That's another boundary, another one to the tally, and another great start to the inning, or to the over again. It's the last one. This partnership is 27. Look at that. Christian Atoy 22, Nathan Roux 5 in this partnership. But it's another great start to the over. That's one thing they've been doing on a regular basis.
Oh, 2 leg side. He's going to get away with just conceding a single because fine leg is back. The 2 boundary fielders are at fine leg and deep backward square leg. This last over of the power play. Just a note, we are having a bit of a software issue today, so the bowlers' names will not necessarily be correct on the screen there. So when we tell you this is Martin Kumala bowling, it is Martin Kumala and not Tumela Simelane. Worked away nicely by Dutoy. There'll be thoughts of a second, but no, it's another very important feature of playing here at Supersport Park at the moment, with the short boundary and the long boundary. The boundary riders on the wrong boundary need to get off that fence quickly to stop ones being turned into 2s.
Especially with the Dutoy on strike that showed he can clear the fence. You want to stay on the boundaries if he missed times 1 or doesn't get the elevation. But then again, if he plays one just around the court, it just nurdles that you want to get off that fence.
Requires a lot of awareness in the field. Oh, leg side. He got a bit of bat onto that, I feel. A diving effort by the wicket keeper.
Kalia Ridwan. Fantastic work there. Got a little bit of a bad bounce as well.
Well, he saved 4, didn't he? Ridwan. He's the 3rd wicket keeper the Eastern Storm have used in this tournament. The first 2 days, the Glovemen were a little bit untidy. Interesting that Dani Rousseau, who's in their squad and is a wicketkeeper, hasn't played yet. Oh, backs away, creates space, and slaps it over extra cover for 4. Very good batting by Nathan Roux.
Oh, takes this over into double figures once again. Started it off, and one more delivery to go in the power play, and they are absolutely racing along. Just look at that, a little bit of movement. Tried to follow him, but just not enough. Just let those hands go free. One delivery to go into power play. 67 for the loss of 1.
Nathan Roux got a 33 ball half century yesterday afternoon, so he's just picked up where he left off there. Full of confidence as he hooks this one away. Just a single. That's not a bad outcome for Kumalo, who at least this time bowled it at his body. He'd stepped again a long way outside leg stump. So the power play is done, and it's been an emphatic success for the Eastern Cape Inyati. 68 for 1.
This partnership is 40, and they're rollicking along at 11.3 to the over. With 14 overs left, we saw earlier the projected scores 222, and if these two stay together for the next 5 or 6 overs, I think that could even get closer to that 240 mark. Immediately going to change up. They're going to take the pace off Parth Patel. Hasn't had the best time of it.
Tough place for spinners at Supersport Park generally to bowl, and even more so for a wrist spinner with a very short boundary on one side.
And you'll see that on his back he's got Khan, but he's really Patel.
Yeah, there's been a bit of an issue with the shirts in this tournament. I don't think they've received their proper shirts. Starts on a full toss. And Nathan Rue says thank you very much and deposits it on the bank for 6.
You're not helping your chances as a spinner if you don't give it time to spin. You're just going to toss it up, but a throwdown hitting. As you mentioned, a man that scored a 50 of 33 deliveries yesterday, he's not going to need too many invitations to hit it.
So Rue goes to 29, Toy on 23. Oh, we're now too short. Probably before it is.
Saw the bowler being teapotted there, but tried to push it in a bit flatter, a bit quicker, not allowing the batter to get on top of it. And it's a partnership of 50 between these two. Phenomenal striking, and it's come off 18 deliveries between the Toy and Rue. Oh my word, Nathan Rue is on 33 of 16. The Toy is on 23.
Oh, beautifully bowled. That's it. That's where he needs to be. There was a bit of drift into the right-hander. Beautifully bowled that by Parth Patel, and then it gripped and turned away past the outside edge. Bit full this time. Just be a single.
We saw that in the SAA game as well. Kaba Peter has got a tendency of just rushing himself, trying to go bowl too quickly. We saw that previous delivery that beat the outside. It just slowed down the pace a little bit, allowed the ball to pick up the reps, and then it gripped and turned. That's what your wrist spinner wants. Don't just fire it in.
Swept away very well by Dutoy, and deep backward square. Can't cut it off. Another boundary in the over.
I think the only way that Patel's going to get another over if he picks up a wicket. So this one, just the line. Moving across well. Let's give the Toy a bit of credit there as well. He moved right across, and it was a high-risk shot, because if he missed that, he was plumb in front.
Yeah, Patel, he's a bit predictable because he's a short man who, as you say, bowls quick leg spin. But with the trajectory that he's got to bowl pretty straight, and he might get a wicket now. It's straight to long on. Dutoy is flabbergasted with himself. That's a really soft way to get out, unfortunately. He's gone for 27, 83 for 1, for 2 rather.
Just reached that 50 partnership milestone, and you can just see the way he's walking off. It's almost like he's thinking he's going to wake up in a minute. Just slowed it down once again, just a little bit slower. Couldn't get underneath the ball, no elevation. And an easy catch down the throat of long on. And a fantastic partnership, really got them going there. 83 for loss of 2. Look at that wagon wheel from Christian de Toy. 27 of 11 deliveries.
3 4s and 2 6s for Dutoy. Caught in the end by Luba, his second catch. And Patel does in the end get a wicket in his first over. The new batter now is Jason Niemand, who has scored back-to-back half centuries in this tournament. The hero of the Inyati's thrilling last ball win yesterday evening. And he's got a wonderful platform laid before him. 83 for 2 after 7 overs.
Having someone like the Toy going out, and then all of a sudden seeing that the man in form walks in, then taking off spin, taking off pace again.
I fancy this is probably Luba who's coming on to bowl. He's got long on and long off back, deep mid wicket and deep backward score, a little way in off the boundary, right arm off spin, delivered from around the wicket as they often do these days, and a nice little brace to start the over for the Inyati.
And he comes around the wicket because he's bowling at the larger part of the ground. They feel they just want to stop the stem of flow of runs, especially the boundaries that's been hitting.
Nicely steered away through the covers. Just a single for Roo. Takes him to 37, not out.
You can actually see that they've taken away or taken the deep square and the man at mid-wicket. They're about 10 meters off the fence just to stop maybe that second run.
Oh, well bowled, fired into the block hole. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of not having a mid-wicket, especially to an off-spinner. But I guess when the team's going it over, well, just about 12 and over, you kind of do need to stop the boundaries as your first priority. But it does just make it very easy for the batters to do that and to turn the one into two.
It's almost one of those things. You don't want to do ball chasing. You don't want to put a man wherever the ball goes. But you almost got to take charge. You almost got to have the batter play where you want him to play.
On the leg side now. Yeah, I'm just thinking where could we get a mid-wicket in place?
They've got it looks like a deep gully and a short third in position.
Yeah, again, well, people who listened in yesterday are probably going to roll their eyes now because Kuba Spino and myself went on about this a lot yesterday. About two men behind square on the offside, presumably for the reverse sweep. But we've seen no hint of that being played yet.
Well, you don't really need to play a reverse sweep. You can milk it for two every time. You just dab it down mid-wicket.
Exactly. So really that deep gully, I cannot see the purpose. Rather get him into mid-wicket and at least make the batsman think a little bit harder about how they're going to get ones and twos on the leg side.
And also you've got a man that's between a deep square and a long leg. You can even move him a little bit finer and the short fine leg just move him into mid-wicket. Or if you're going to bowl the line that Luba just bowled, just take your man off the fence here at sweeper. I'd rather have him bowl a wide or two.
Top edged a little bit, the slog sweep. Cow corner settles under it and has he stepped on the rope? He's right by the dugout. We didn't see any or hear any protestations from the Inyati bench, so I think it's all fine. And that's a massive wicket that Parth Patel has claimed. Well done to Eastern Storm captain Christopher Brits for keeping him on, because he's got the big wicket of Jason Niemand out for two. Just 2 or 3 balls.
And again, just slowing it down through the air. Look at that fantastic fielding. Very great awareness on the hill. If you put that hill down, it would have been a sixer. But that means Jason Niemand, the danger man, is back in the hut. And it's Patel who's now got 2 in 2.
Andrew Rasamani there with the very nicely judged catch on the cow corner boundary. And just so true what you were saying about the pace of the leg spin. I know modern thinking is that, especially with so much T20 cricket, that your spinners have to be quick through the air. Like no one wants slow spin anymore. But that point you made so important about there does still need to be every now and then that variation of slowing it down, tossing it up a bit more, not just firing it in the same pace all the time, because that's also extremely predictable. So well done, Parth Patel. That's back-to-back with. So is he on a hat-trick?
He's on a hat-trick at the moment.
Well, he's not going to get it, but he'll be happy to just concede a single. So well done to the young man. He's come back strongly after getting some heavy punishment.
Yeah, and he got the wicket that they wanted. the toy and now Niemand as well. And all of a sudden, a little bit of confidence. We saw a slip in for one delivery. I wouldn't mind him just keeping it in a little bit more, even if it's a roof facing.
Certainly for the new man, Michael Copeland, who is back on strike now with that single to Nathan Rue.
Yeah, but with the pressure building, just have that man in slip, just maybe be in the ear of Rue as well. Have a bit of a conversation with him.
Off the outside edge, it's beaten the diving deep backward point and will run away for slightly fortuitous boundary for Copeland.
This is a leg spinner you will never mind. You're there to take wickets, not always stop the runs. And this was fortuitous, outside part of the bat. Could easily have popped into that backward point's hands, or even a finer edge to the slip. That's situated around about 1.5.
Should the deep backward point be a bit finer as well? I mean, I know there is a slip in place. Low full toss, excellent fielding, good save in the covers by the skipper Chris Spritz.
They've actually moved him a little bit finer. Just that previous delivery, it was almost between a gully and a backward point. I see the same tactics is now for Rue as well. And with the start they got, they're just happy to knock it about as they one short of the 100. 3 wickets down. Still 11 overs to go. So if they can keep these two, can just knock it around a bit, make sure they rotate the strike, and then all of a sudden have a launch those last 5 or 6 overs.
Generally, I'd say the benchmark for T20 total at Supersport Park is 200. We haven't had one yet in this tournament, but this morning might be the time. 99 for 3 after 9 overs. So if they can get 101 more runs off 11 overs, they should do it, providing they don't lose too many wickets. We'll get our first 200. Luba continues. Well bowled.
Luba's bowled very, very well. Very consistent. They've actually put in a mid-wicket now. They've made way of that second man.
Hallelujah.
My
Just
goodness.
nerdled behind square on the leg side.
And now someone would ask, but it's such a big field. Why would that one man make such a difference? Because now you actually have to play the soft hands. You can't just drop and go. Exactly like that. That would have been 2 have the man not been there. All of a sudden it's a dot ball.
Yeah, exactly right. Down the wicket now, sweetly struck, and that's going to go all the way over the cow corner fence for 6. Lovely shot.
And 100 came up with that previous single, and I'll tell you what, this one was actually just time. It was a flick of the wrist, no real flourish. He just picked it up, and this is from the spinner to the longest part of the fence. Picked it up, just a lovely flick, and that's a 6er.
Fabulous shot by Nathan Rue. I guess the one thing about this line of attack from Luba is that Nathan Rue does have a pretty good idea about where the ball's going to be coming. Good anticipation there by the mid-wicket fielder. Was already moving across towards the bowler before the ball was hit. End of the 10th over, 106 for 3.
And exactly what that mid-wicket does, although there was a 6 hit in the over, it's only 7 that came from the over. So only 2 deliveries were scored from. There was a couple of dots in there. So 4 dots in total. And 3 of them went directly to that mid-wicket fielder. So I think your voice projects. Ken, I think they might have heard you. Was a great change as Parth Patel continues. Lovely delivery. That one just spinning away, and oh, that's what a leggy wants. But a grip and turn.
I think they were just tired about me banging on about it. They want me to shut up about it now. So squeaky wheel gets the oil and all of that.
Oh, outside part of the bat found. And not easy to slide on this field. This is fantastic bowling. Much better than that first couple of deliveries that he bowled.
Yeah, Patel is certainly getting into the groove now, getting into a rhythm. It's the third day that this pitch has been used. We saw a little bit of turn even on the first day, but there will probably be even more on offer today.
Much better length as well. Not trying to fire it in. Only one thus far. Bowling at the set batter, Roo, who's on 47 of 28. Gives him a bit of room. This is down the throat once again. It's another set batter that's given the wicket away. He was on 47. Tried to go inside out over extra cover and just managed to pick the man at a deep long off rather.
Well, the beauty of a wrist spinner, when they get their tails up, when they're on song, they really can be a really potent weapon in T20 cricket. And Parth Patel, credit to you, young man. He's come back from a tough start and has got 3 wickets now. And it's a fabulous effort by him. Nathan Rue gone for 47 off 29 balls, 4 fours and 2 sixes, with Mikhail Pillay taking the catch at long off.
And it was one of those where he actually went for 15 in his first over. And then picked up a wicket off the toy that very last delivery. And from there has only conceded 8 runs in his next 1.4 overs. So well done. Credit to him. Nathan Rue, 47 of 29. He's had a pretty decent tournament. But again, I think he was just aiming to hit it a lot more squarer than he did. That was supposed to go over extra cover.
Sidisi Malika, the wicketkeeper, the new batsman, batted very well on the first day. He and Jason Niemand sharing that partnership that lifted Inyati from 12 for 3 to the victory. They were chasing 144 for victory, 146.
And all of a sudden, the Eastern Stormers got a bit of chatter. They're talking to Patel. It almost looked like it was a wrong one. Going away from the lefty. Outside part of the bat found, and short third comes into play. Looks like Arman Khan just falling on the ball there.
I'm pretty sure that ball was spinning around quite viciously, and with the slightly uneven outfield with the aeration going on. Arman Khan did well, watched it carefully. End of the 11th over, 107 for 4.
And what an over it was. Not only the wicket, but only 1 run conceded in that over. Patel's got another over to go. They got to bowl him out.
Oh yeah,
he's dragging it back nicely.
He's on a roll. He's got 3 for 23 in 3 overs, and as you said, Kate, he went for 15 in his first 5 balls.
Almost feel that this man was the start of it all, Luba. He was the one starting to drag it back.
He's got to be careful though. That last delivery was just getting a little bit full and outside off stump, and that's an easy put away generally. Oh, again outside off.
Feel not really set for that. But then again, both these batters still pretty new. CD has only faced 2 deliveries. Copeland has only faced 10. So now they just need to string a couple of dots together just to drag everything back. So we see the cow train approaching right on time. Oh, this one pushed through that man that's situated at short cover. Just a single. This is another thing that Eastern Storm has done brilliantly. They've actually stopped those ones turning into twos. They've stopped those quick turnarounds.
Yeah, just with one alteration to the field. Shows you how small things can sometimes make a big difference.
That one big appeal and a bit of more of a pleasant inquiry.
Pitched outside leg stump, no doubt. Umpire Ruan Buerta standing at the end observer end. Yuri Sadler is the other umpire.
This one just fired in a bit wider. Man at sweeper just picks it up. And just the one. Just look at this over again. Thus far, only 3 coming from it. Just need to close it out nicely now.
Pace off is always pretty handy here at Supersport Park. Good to see Eastern's fielding 2 frontline spinners.
Oh, chance of a run out. A bit of a backhanded flick there. Was Copeland not really responding to the call there?
I think from his angle, he was probably a bit concerned that the bowler might have been able to pick it up in his follow-through and have an easy shy at his end. But Luba had a bit of work to do to get across.
It just shows you what a couple of wickets does. It just creates a bit of panic. As they reach the Nelson, feet up after 12 overs, and all of a sudden that achieved run rate has dropped to under 10, closing in on 9, where it was almost 12 to the over. So a couple of great overs, and Parth Patel is going to finish up his spell, starting his 4th. Oh, swept and swept well. A lot of work to do in the deep. Oh, just can't do there. Just can't get there. Put in the dive and he just couldn't get to the ball. Don't think that Patel would mind that. It was swept on length.
Divan Marais, I think the fielder out there on the boundary, normally a tremendous fielder. But he had a bit of work to do there.
A reverse sweep now. They've got a man at deep points for the lefty. Just the one. Well, one thing that the air rates and the sand on the field has done is very difficult to judge the pace that it's coming to you. Sometimes it hits a bit of sand and it slows down, and sometimes it just misses the sand and just speeds up. Oh, this one just whipped off the legs. Has it found the gap? Oh my word, that all the hard work to get there, and it just slipped through, and it's the second boundary for the over.
Andrew Rasamene. Just you see slipping and sliding and scrambling, and there's that horrible feeling when you realize the ball's got away from you.
Worked on the leg side again. Rasamene asked to do a bit of clean-up again. Great call, great call. He's got a good arm. Yeah, it's one of those where it's not just gotten away from you, it's kind of gotten underneath and through you. After you've done all that hard work. It's like baking a cake and then dropping it. Oh yes, lovely push down the ground. Great fielding, a lot of pressure now. The pressure has gone back to the Eastern Storm. Patel, one more delivery to go. And a bit of an expensive over, but he's picked up the 3 wickets.
Well, it's a big delivery now because he wants to just try and keep this to a single. It's probably going to be 2. No, they've settled 4-1. So a really good spell of bowling though by Parth Patel. 3 for 35 he ends with in his 4 overs.
And keeping in mind that he went for 15 in his first 5 deliveries, that is a great comeback, great return for the leggy.
Yeah,
the leg
12.
picking up 3 of the most important wickets as well.
Yeah, and 12 runs off the final over. So 27 off 2 overs and just 8 in his 2 middle overs. And he picked up 3 wickets. Certainly has bowled the Eastern Storm back into this contest.
He dragged it back nicely. That run rate is creeping up with that over once again, up to that 10 mark. Martin Khumalo takes up the ball. He's bowled 1 or 2 decent deliveries and then he's just played around with the lengths. He's going to start his third. He's 1 for 28. Started his spell from the Hennips River end, then swapped places. Didn't work, so he's back at Hennips River. Oh, this one fired into the pads. Keeper doing well. Left hand on strike. They will probably just swap around. He might even stay over the wicket to push it across the left-hander. Bit of a conference there by Brits and the bowler. And looks like Rasamene is in there as well.
Yeah, Kamala's a young man and probably could do with a bit of advice. Wants to stay away from the leg side. Yeah, doesn't want to get too straight with the short boundary leg side for the left-handed Malika.
Left-handers generally very good off their legs.
Right idea, just the execution a bit faulty.
And if this over now goes to maybe another 3 or 4, that wide would actually not hurt them. I'd rather have them bowling wides and attacking the pads and go for a 6 over square leg.
100% agree, Gert.
Especially with the starts and the uphill battle that they're facing. 125, still 6 wickets in hand. After this, another 6 overs left. Just pulls up. Every now and again, the adrenaline gets the better of you and you just stretch a bit more at those strides than you would like. And the rhythm feels off. There's also a slight breeze, so no real concern when it comes to wind. Oh, lovely shot down the ground. Oh, fantastic fielding again. Did all the work to get there. And then he went for 4 after he tried to push it back. Maybe just a bit of backspin. That's another 4-for.
Very nice. Straight hit this by Malika. Not trying to overhit it, just a punch down the ground.
Tell you what, that carried for a punch. Word the bats these guys are using these days.
Like a Mike Tyson punch.
It's a lovely push just down, going at 5s and 7s. That means that this over has gone for 7 already. That boundary. Gotta feel sorry for Khumalo. He did the right thing, got pushed down the ground, and then fielder just could not stop it.
Sometimes you got to give the batsman credit. It was a really well played stroke.
Well, this one is pushed and just clears extra extra cover. A little bit of height, a little bit of air time is all needed there. So close.
Kind of looked like Copeland was in 2 minds there. Not sure what exactly he was trying to do. Although again, the ball was hit into the deck a bit, and sometimes it's not that easy to get the timing right as a batter when the bowler does that here at Supersport Park. So it could be a message to Khumalo.
Oh, he's chopped it on. He's chopped it on. Big wicket by Khumalo. Malika's chopped it onto his own stumps, and it's wicket time for the Storm.
Yeah, well bowled by Khumalo. We'll just see how cramped Malika is. Just bringing it back into the left-hander a bit. Decent delivery from around the wicket.
I'm very glad that he stayed over the wicket there. I find it too often that bowlers want to go around the wicket as soon as the left-hander is on. But Khumalo does have the ability to swing it back in. And although it was another turning out to be an expensive over, he dragged it back with the wicket once again. So half the team of Inyati back in the hut. 131. There's 6 overs left as Vian Ruthman comes in.
Another youngster from Waterkloof High School here in Pretoria. No, it looks like it's hard as Kutsa. Certainly according to the scoreboard.
Apologies, it is Ardis Kutsa that's come to the crease. So Vian, you still got to wait a couple of minutes?
I don't think Vian Ruthven's playing today.
Well, that worked out. That worked pretty well the previous time he pulled up in a ball. He's going to try that again. Do everything I did exactly the same like the coach has said. Don't change anything. This one just worked off the hip. The call was 2 immediately. Went to the bowler's end. It's 2 runs. And he's off the mark.
Hardis Kutsa is a promising young all-rounder from Limpopo originally. Joining the Inyati this season. Played for the SA Under-19s in 2021.
It's a nice firm lad. 133 for loss of 5. That's 14 overs gone. Taking you back to a bit earlier where the Eastern Stormers actually won the toss and elected to field first. There's Arman Khan, the man who started it off today. He's got the ball back in hand. He's gone for 16 in his 2.
And it's a big last 6 overs here, because if the Inyati can get 60, say, then they post a very competitive 193.
Oh, fantastic delivery right into the block hole. If they just stay on the required rate, it gets close to that 190 as well. But you've got to feel if they've got 3 or 4 wickets in hand, they're going to have a big launch those last 3 overs.
Yeah, this partnership's going to be a very important one. Copeland's been there for a little while. He should be set after 20 minutes at the crease. And Ardis Kutsa needs to show his batting ability now in tandem.
This little shimmy down the ground is just the one. Great work done by the man at deep. As soon as he hit it, he came off very, very quickly.
Just a change in the field for Ardis Kutsa. Deep backward point is coming into the ring, and third man drops back. Other boundary fielders are at cow corner, long on, long off, and the deep cover is about 20 meters off the fence.
exactly where that ball goes. Oh, nearly a bit of snake there.
Very stylishly driven as well, wasn't it, by Hardest Kutser? Nice high elbow and full face of the bat presented, and good wrist work as well to get it square.
The timing of the shots from the Eastern Cape Iinyathi has been sublime at the moment. Well, throughout this whole innings, not just at the moment. Throughout the whole innings, you look at the toy, look at the Roo. Zane on the top there as well. The timing has been exquisite. Even if it's just the ones or the twos, they've been manipulating the field brilliantly. Little shimmy down to the offside, and he's picked him up. And that will not please any fast bowler, being slog swept over mid-wicket.
Well, Aman Khan perhaps didn't pick up that the batsman took guard outside off stump, basically, and then unfortunately Aman Khan bowled it right where he wanted it, in the slot, just outside off stump, and Michael Copeland was able to put the gift away for maximum.
You mentioned that Copeland is pretty set now. Oh, this one into the block hole again. Stood still this time. An easy single and very nearly an overthrow. Just went across and deeper and dropped on the knee and just banked it over mid-wicket.
Super batting by Michael Copeland. Another new signing for the Inyati for this summer, was playing with Boland in Division 1 last season and the season before that without getting too much opportunity.
Oh, this one is drilled past the bowler. They'll turn for the second. Fantastic running by the two. Great work done by Kutser.
Yeah, a lot of applause from the Inyati dugout down below us. That was good cricket and a good over for the Inyati. 11 runs off it.
So 144 for the loss of 5. Oh, 5 exciting overs to go. Still going at 9.6 to the over. Copeland is on 26 and Kutser is on 5. Now it becomes a bit of a headache for the captain. Who do I throw the ball to? He's going to hit that block hole consistently.
Well, Leon Luba's bowled well. 3 overs for 20 the off spin, and he's going to bowl out now in the 16th over.
Oh, try to give him a bit of room to access that short fence.
I think Luba saw him go early and fired it in full and outside of his reach, outside off stump. Well bowled.
This time standing still, just chipping it over the bowler. Oh, fantastic running once again. Fantastic running this time by Copeland and Kutser again. That's the second one they've turned into 2. This one is just worked off the hip. Just the one. Yeah, I think he's trying to access that offside because the only man they've got on the fence outside the circle is that man at deep point. Get enough bats on it, you can go extra cover. If you need to give it a little bit more, you can even pass the man at short third.
If Luba gets his line right here, what I might want to see is not to become too obsessed with that offside, but maybe a little paddle sweep over short fine leg, who's up in the ring. There we go, that sort of thing, but on the bounce to deep backward square leg.
That's kind of what you were asking for, but it was more of a conventional behind square sweep than just popping it up, especially because Luba is just giving it a bit of pace on the ball as well. but he has bowled brilliantly. 3.4 overs, gone for 24. A very interesting shot there. Might have saved him from a wide there.
And I'm afraid my deep gully is back in place again.
This one is down the ground. Is it long enough? Oh my word, he mistimed the jump completely. Completely mistimed the jump, and it's a sixer after taking a phenomenal catch. This is up and over. He knew he was there, and completely mistimed.
I think Rasameni thought it was going to sail over his head for 6, and so was leaping to show effort, I guess, and try and claw back an amazing catch, but it landed well inside the boundary rope. It landed about the same time that he did from his horribly mistimed leap.
Yeah, actually, if he just ran around, he could have just caught it. It just cleared the rope by about a meter. So it would have been almost down his throat if he just kept on running. So that means that Luba has now gone for 30 in his 4 overs. He's done brilliantly to claw it back. Andrew Rasamene getting the ball in hand. Aman Khan being replaced. Rasamene's 2 overs have gone for 23 runs. Total with that 6 has gone past the 150. It's 154 for the loss of 5, and this partnership is becoming dangerous. 23 already. Starts off with a fully. That'll be 2 again. It's they almost looked for a third there at one stage. He was trying to force the overthrow.
There was a little fumble by long off.
Oh, this one is hammered. Longoff's got a lot of work to do again. This time picks it up cleanly. 2 again. Just hear every run being applauded now by the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. Still a very healthy run rate, 9.7. Still 3 overs to go after this one. Little shimmy down and fantastic fielding there by the stumps. And an unfortunate run out. It was Copeland that was down, halfway down by the time that ball ricocheted. Struck by immense power by Kutser. And that's the 6th wicket down. A very fortuitous wicket for the Eastern Storm.
Well, it's the 4th time in the Momentum Health Challenge this year that we've seen a powerful straight hit crash into the non-striker stumps. First time though that it's resulted in a run out, and you just see Copeland here. He sets off early, and yeah, he thought the run was on, but good thinking by Andrew Rasamene to quickly pull the stump out of the ground. Sometimes guys do get a bit panicky and not quite sure what the law is with the run-out situation there, but he knew.
Yeah, it was great fielding there by the non-striker stumps. Rasamene kept his head, pulled out a stump with the ball in hand. And even if Copeland turned around immediately to come back, I don't think he would have made it either, because he was backing up so far. Because they're looking to take every 1, every 2, turn those 1s into 2s.
Yeah, you see he's backing up, and now he sets off for 1.
Even if he came back immediately, even with the hesitation, I don't think he would have made it back anyway.
So Copeland made 35 off 26 balls, 2 4s and 2 6s. Decent contribution by him. as Tundo Ntini, who was there at the thrilling win at the death yesterday afternoon, comes to the wicket.
And he's popped it up in the air. Is this the first bowler? Yes, it is. That's Kutsa. I beg your pardon. Ntini is on the non-striker. Now both set batters are gone. Now Kutsa has given it away as well. 10 runs of 8 deliveries, looking to up the ante. And in 2 balls, 2 of the mainstays are gone.
Mikhail Pillay with another well-judged catch at long off. And Rasameni in the wickets.
Yeah, really set himself early. Didn't really have to move. That was going down his throat. And momentum just swinging back into the favor of Eastern Storm. Because now with 7 wickets gone, 2 brand new batters at the crease. Literally, not one of them has faced a delivery before. They feel they can just, this last couple of overs, just drag back that run rate. Maybe get them under the 180 even. As Matthew Fourie comes in.
Yeah, 20 balls remaining in the innings, so even if the Inyati get 25 runs, it's still going to see them drop short of that 190 that looked on for a long time. Matthew Fourie, the new batsman.
Oh, big appeal, and he's gone. It is the 2nd wicket, and I mentioned the first bowler earlier on, and I was corrected, and now it is a first bowler for Matthew Fourie.
And a team hat-trick. Run out, caught, and LBW so plumb that Matthew Fourie was running off the field before umpire Sadler raised his finger.
Not often that the batter walks for an LBW.
Yeah, that was very obvious, sir. Full and straight, and he played all around it. But Andrew Rasameni will be on a hat-trick now for himself.
Look at that. That was it's one of those where you kind of just run through.
Hit the back leg as well, so it really was stone dead.
As he mentioned, he's on a hat-trick. Matthew Fourie's name is still on the board as the new batter, and now it's Tozama Totana. He's going to not face the music as Rasamene's over comes to an end, a very exhilarating over.
Well, suddenly the Inyati are in danger of not batting out their 20 overs. Just 2 wickets to get. And Tundo Ntini can bat a bit. He's almost a bowling all-rounder, not quite, but he's handy. And he's really got a lot of responsibility now to try and face these remaining 19 deliveries, make the most of them, and get the Inyati up over 170 towards 180.
One guy that would just want one more delivery is Rasamene.
Well, he's got another over in the bag, fortunately, so he can still go for his hat-trick next over.
Oh, this one just guided down to deep third. Pillay just picking it up once again. He's done a bit of work. Santini is off the mark.
3 wickets in that previous over, which means there are not many balls left for run scoring. Just 4 runs off the 17th over, and that could be a decisive over in terms of the outcome of this match.
And very disciplined bowling as well. Only 4 extras, 1 no ball, 1 leg by, and then only 2 wides thus far. So 4 extras, disciplined. And a fantastic fight back by the Storm. 160 for the loss of 8. That's a bit of a heave-ho, one would say.
Well, it was a free hit from the no balls. But quite difficult when the first ball you face is a free hit. It's nice because it's a free hit, it's a mulligan, but you are under pressure to try and get a boundary straight away, your first ball.
At least get bats on ball. It's a mistake they often make, is try and hit it too hard. Again, opting for the short one.
Very good bouncer by Martin Khumalo, and tactically astute as well with the long boundary on the leg side.
You can just see Totana just practicing the pull there. They've got no one inside the ring on the leg side. Everyone's on the fence. They've got fine leg, backward square leg, deep mid wicket, and long on. Exactly, deep mid wicket that comes into play. They don't mind the ones now. You know, the set batters are gone, so if they got to give signals away, it's not a big issue.
Much better by Eastern Storm today. There's been more evidence of a clear plan in terms of dealing with the long boundary and the short boundary. Inyati had them under pressure for long periods. They've done well to restrict them to 161 for 8 in the 18th over.
Oh, this one is flicked. One bounce four, and a lovely shot by Ntini. Misdirected by Khumalo.
But an excellent put away by Thando Ntini. That took a bit of skill. It was almost a Yorker outside leg stump, which sometimes can be a very effective ball.
Lovely flick of the wrists. Great wrist works there. 165 for the loss of 8. 2 to go in this 18th over. Oh, he goes for it again, and it's well placed. 4 runs again. It all depends on who you ask, the batter or the bowler.
Yeah, I think placed is giving Thando a little bit too much credit there. He got very lucky here. It could have just easily been placed onto his leg stump. Right?
Very educated edge there.
They all count.
Tini is on 9 of 3 deliveries. Oh, this side we went for a big one. Going right across. The ball would have been better just playing in straight. And that's the end of the 18th over, and this becomes such an important over. It's the penultimate over. Who are they going to give it to? Because if this over can be nice and tight, we'll just give them a bit of pressure. I don't think they'll take the ball out of Rasamene's hand with a hat-trick on offer.
Well, yeah, you answered your own question there, Kat. He's on a hat-trick. Thando Ntini just try to target that short boundary off the last ball of the over. Fair enough, it was kind of in the slot, but just going across the left-hander, and he couldn't make contact. But Andrew Rasamene on a hat-trick, but barely a catcher in sight. Just 3 men in the ring.
And he decides to bowl a gentle full toss on the hips. And it's Totana that says, hold on, thank you very much, it's a fofa. Every now and again one is very harsh. I think he went for the Yorker there and he just got it completely wrong. He pushed it a bit more.
I think also he was trying to take pace off as well, and just went wrong in the release.
Oh, this one is slapped down the ground. They will turn for a second. Great work done again by the man on the face. Just could not stop the 2. There was going to be 2 from the get-go. Inyati's running between the wickets has been absolutely phenomenal. That means in this penultimate over, 6 from 2 already. 175 for a loss of 8. Projected score still around about the 190, 193 mark. open up that front leg. The number 10 says he's smashing it.
He's looked quite good, Tatana. Done a good job so far. 8 off just 7 balls.
Yeah, he might even tell Niemand that he's got to be careful. He's hunting for his spot.
Partnership 18 already, so really handy little runs here at the back end. 9 balls left in the innings, so we said that was their initial goal, was to make sure they bat out the 20. Halfway there.
Oh, this one down leg, just flicking the pad on the way through.
Yeah, you can see umpire Yuri Sadler's hand there, just indicating, in case anyone was questioning why it wasn't a wide.
See the smile from Rasamene there as well. He knows that that pad has saved him a little. Wasn't really in the plan.
He does want to stay more on that side of the wicket though, with the short boundary on the offside.
Oh, taken pace off. Run out chance. Oh, he's given up to Tana. Rasamene just cannot hit the stumps.
Excellent delivery though. I would like to have seen even more of these pace-off deliveries, to be fair. And that one even turned, it gripped and turned very nicely. Excellent delivery.
Just wanted to say, he's probably going to ask his spinners, there's turn, why didn't you turn it more? Again, pace off. Great way to close out the over after conceding the early boundary. His 4 overs also now done. 2 for 35 is Andrew Rasamene.
Well, the Inyati aren't going to get to 190 unless this is a good final over for them. 13 shy of that mark.
Don't think that they'll be holding anything back. I think we can see the long levers and the long-handled bats coming out now as Aman Khan comes back into the attack.
No need to hold back. Just 6 balls left, and Tando Ntini on strike, and with the short boundary leg side for the left-hander. Boundary field is a long on, and cow corner. Aman Khan has got to get his line right here.
Oh, this one is flicked with the wrists. Cannot find the gap. Fantastic fielding in the deep.
Right place to bowl. Tando Ntini did really well, and you see him repeating the stroke there. Did really well to get that from well outside off stump through mid-wicket. Couldn't quite get the power though for it to cross the boundary.
Oh, this one well bowled. They'll turn for the second once again. Great running, and gotta give credit as well. That's very well bowled as well. It's going across the left-hander, forcing him to hit against the angle if he wants to go. But also he's got boundary riders. He's got deep cover and also deep backward point. Little shimmy. This is up in the air. This will be a wicket for Aman Khan. Not a big celebration there in the end. Ntini just gave himself just went across the off stump to around about a 5th stump. Tried to access that short boundary, and he just managed to pop that up in the air.
Well, there should be some celebrations because they've got rid of a dangerous hitter, Tando Ntini. Gone for 14 off 10 balls. Kabelo Sekikune taking the catch off the bowling of Aman Khan. 181 for 9. So just 3 balls left in the innings. It's going to be a competitive score, whatever happens. But I think the Inyati will feel that they should have got over 190, given their stronger position earlier on.
And also, if you look at the projected score, still round about the 10th over even. It was still 220. And then a flurry of wickets. And every time losing the set batter is kind of where the problem came in. As Gaudi Molefe comes in. Not known for his big hitting. Probably try and prove me wrong.
Might just want to make sure he gets a bat on ball and gives Tatama the last two deliveries. He's shown he can bat quite decently.
Like that, just a drop and go. Single they're happy with. 2 more deliveries to go, 182, and yes, a very competitive score. Inyati would feel that they are about 20 runs lighter off than they would have liked. Your call for the first 200 of the match, of the week, has gone out the window.
Thanks, Kat. I was just trying to be optimistic.
Oh, this one is hit very strangely back to the bowler. Great change of pace there by Aman Khan. Just took everything off.
It's very difficult when the pace bowlers dig it in and take pace off to get the timing right on this pitch, and especially for a tail ender.
Again taken off. Is this going to be the end of the innings? Wicket number 2 for Aman Khan. Last ball, 182, all out for the Eastern Cape Iinyathi.
Well, they did get through to 20 overs, but I think the Eastern Storm deserve a lot of credit because they were under severe pressure at times during that innings, and they've pegged the Inyati back to a good score, 182 for 9. They'll be all out. They'll be chasing 183, but that's certainly gettable. And it was a good final over as well. So 2 wickets apiece for Aman Khan, Andrew Rasamene, Martin Kumalo, and the star of the show, though, in terms of the bowling, the leg spinner, Pat Patel, with 3 for 35.
Yeah, no, about 7 balls went for 27 of those. So he did very well to drag it back. So it's 182 all out, Eastern Cape Iinyathi, after being put into bat by the Eastern Storm. Change of innings here at Supersport Park in the Momentum Health Challenge. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time to take you through this Eastern Storm run chase. Welcome back to Supersport Park. It is the Momentum Health Challenge, and it is the Eastern Cape Iinyathi taking on the Eastern Storm. Storm winning the toss and electing to bowl first, and oh, what a start it was by Eastern Cape Iinyathi. Rollicking along by about 12 to the over, and then a great fight back by the Eastern Storm. Just dragging them back and bowling them out for 182. So that means the target is 183 in 120 deliveries. It's going to be an uphill battle. Inyati yet to lose a game in this week, and Eastern Storm yet to win one. So it's a great contest. It's a beautiful blue day. Talking about beautiful blue days, Uncle Ken, Ken Borland, how are you?
Oh, good, thanks, Gert. Yeah, it's been 3 glorious days here in Centurion. Nice and warm, not excessively warm. We haven't seen a cloud for 3 days, and just a slight breeze as well. But yeah, fabulous conditions, and we've seen some good batting again this morning, mostly from Nathan Rue. Made 47 of 29 balls. Michael Copeland got 35 off 26, and Christian du Toit 27 off 11. There was a time when Rue and du Toit were going really well. They added 55 for the second wicket in well, probably about 5 overs, and we're going great guns. But Pat Patel, the leg spinner, he changed the course of the match, and in the end Inyati had to settle for 182. It's a good score. Easterns are going to have to bat well, better than they've batted this whole tournament thus far to get there, but it's certainly within their ability.
So we see Tando Ntini taking up the new ball. He tried his best to clear the boundary once or twice as well. Little cameo in the end there by him. And yeah, you mentioned the toy. He just looked like him and Rue is going to take the game away. Get up to that 220 mark. Their 50 partnership came in about 19 deliveries. So they were smashing it. Kabelo Sekokune will be facing up to Ntando Ntini first up. Oh, big appeal first. Might have just been sliding down the leg side. Felt that he missed out on one there.
Yeah, definitely sliding down for me, and Sekokune just trying to get off the mark and prod it into the leg side. Gets the leg by though, so Easterns are underway.
Yeah, and he's parted. Devon Murray.
Murray,
Another one that really hasn't gotten going, has he?
in this tournament, no. Look, he had a fantastic T20 tournament last season as a finisher. Averaged 78 with a strike rate of 150, but has battled in that same role this week. Woo. Prodigious swing from Tando Ntini. He does that, and Devon Murray now has the unaccustomed role of opening the batting.
Yeah, we haven't seen that movement throughout the day.
Yeah, Ntini swung it a bit yesterday. So that's probably the ball that swung the most for him this week.
You mentioned it earlier when we started the broadcast as well, that normally holds up for the first 4 or 5 overs, then the swing kind of just goes away. Again, this time the swing eluding the keeper as well. And it's 5 wide to the score. That would help their run chase. That means it's 6 in 2 balls thus far.
Ntini just starting these deliveries a little bit too straight.
If he gets one on that 4th stump line, oh my word, that's going to come in prodigiously. Exactly what I was talking about, and the length is good as well.
Just what Dr. Gert ordered. Fantastic delivery, and you can see Maria just had to fend it off, basically cramped up, nothing much he could do with that one, and Tando and Tini bowls with lively pace as well.
Actually wouldn't mind seeing Tando and Tini pitching it up, maybe inviting the drive with the amount of in-swing that he's getting. Force him to play through cover instead of extra cover.
And leave a gap there, take the fielder out.
Exactly. And then bowl at that line and then just force him to drive through cover.
The boundary fielders at the moment are at deep square leg and third man. Slip and play.
And deep square is basically if he just gets one on the pads, if he's going to pick it up. That's to the short boundary. Oh, a quick single. There's going to be a run out. Oh, direct hit. Umpire's unmoved.
Well, we do know Divan Marais is very quick. He's a fantastic athlete, and that was a very well judged run. Good fielding. Can't criticise the fielding. Well picked up and a direct hit. But Divan Marais too good.
Yeah, he gets her across that 21 meters very, very quickly.
Nathan Rue was the fielder at mid-on. He's mid-off now with the left-handed Sekikune back on strike.
He's got to feel that the Storm has got to use this left-right combination. Oh, good call. Good call. Nice and early. First over gone. 7 without loss. A little bit of excitement in that over as well, but a swing.
Yeah, it was a lively over. It was. It would have been a really good over by Antini were it not for those 5 wides, where he just started the ball too straight and it swung prodigiously down the leg side. But Antini certainly seems to have his tail up. I'm sure he'll get a second over. Early wickets being so important.
Well, you mentioned early wickets, and this is what the Eastern Storm has got to prevent. They got to keep up with that run rate, otherwise run rate's going to run away from them. Required rate is 9.3. First early indoors, but they need a proper start as well, but they need to keep wickets in hand. Take the game in nice and deep. This one just worked onto the leg side. Deep square coming into play.
Yeah, I would think they need to get 50 in the power play, because if you don't, then you're looking at towards 140 more to get in the 14 overs, so you straight away looking at a double figure required run rate for 14 overs, which is a long time to maintain that. So a good start is really essential. Matthew Fourie, the bowler, he was impressive yesterday, very impressive in fact, yesterday for the Inyati. Took 2 for 30 in his 4 overs.
Sekikune going right across and trying to lap that over the keeper and the inner ring. Managed to wear one.
Interesting shot so early in the innings, but that's Sekikune's game. He's always trying to get the one, and I guess sometimes can get himself into trouble in trying to manufacture a one.
Oh, this one not really controlled. It squirts it off the outside part of the bat over backward point. Not really where it was aiming, but they'll take it whatever way it comes.
Yeah, I think Divan Marais just wanted to chip this down the ground and got a thick outside edge.
Yeah, it just shows you that Foure's got a bit of pace to him as well, because that flew off the outside part of the bat.
They've got a decent bowling attack there, Inyati. Nico van Zyl is a tall, fast bowler as well. Bowled very well in the first game. Not playing today. But van Zyl, Fourie, Thando Ntini, Alandila Tletiwe has bowled really well in this tournament as well. He's not as quick as the other three, but very handy seamer. So yeah, I just have a feeling that Division 2 we should keep an eye on the Eastern Cape Iinyathi. I think they could be having a very good season. They've lost their champion spinner, Jade de Klerk, who was prolific in all formats for them last season. He's joined Northwest. And Gaudisa Malefe has come from Limpopo to the border, slow left armour. Bowled beautifully on the first day. Not as successful yesterday, but I was unhappy with some of the field settings for him. And it's a nice opportunity for him to become a regular in this team.
Oh, drop and go, soft hands. What's nice to see from the Eastern Cape Iinyathi is the amount of youngsters that's coming through their ranks. Great over there. 14 coming from it, keeping the run rate in check. 7 at the moment. If they can just keep it there, they'll keep that run rate, required rate run under that 10 mark. Thando Ntini is going to continue. It's going to be bowling to Murray, who had a boundary in the previous over, but from a thickies outside edge.
Pretty much the same field as Ntini had for his first over.
Oh, this time just going a little bit wider. The ball just keeping its line, no swinging, and Murray went for it. Might feel that he missed out there.
Yeah, well, the practice shot he played now was a much straighter bat than what he used in actually going for the ball. He was really hitting across the line to the actual delivery.
Oh, this ball is absolutely thumped through the offside. It's through extra cover. It's fourth, and this time much more convincing by Murray.
Yeah, too much width from Thando Ntini and lashed away. They basted through the covers by Diwan Murray. Very well put away. And he'll be happy that there was some good timing with that shot as well. Came out the screws very nicely.
And all of a sudden it looks like the swing has gone away for Ntini. That's the one we were asking for, but it's not coming in anymore. Laced through the offside. Fantastic start by the Eastern Storm. They just need to continue. There we go, this time tucking him up a bit more. As you mentioned, Murray, very much a finisher last season. Was even technically sound last season. Up the Eastern Storm out of 1 or 2 predicaments as well.
Yeah, very promising youngster. Played in the Under-19 World Cup a couple of years ago. It looked like that previous delivery from Ntini, there was just a little bit of shape coming back for him.
There we go. There we go. Ntini has been around for quite a while. There was a big promise for him as well.
Yeah, Kobus Pino and I were chatting about it yesterday, that I believe he's got something as a quick bowler. I really do, and I'd just like to see him settle at one place and just play regularly for their team. I mean, he's travelled from border to Western Province, to the Titans, to the Dolphins, to Australia, to the Tuskers, and now back to border.
Oh, the son couldn't find the gap.
I mean, that's a lot of different teams for a guy who's just 25 years old.
That's basically every season playing for someone else. Yeah, just settle down, just become a fixture. I mean, someone like Junior Dala is a perfect example. His loyalty's always lied to you with the Titans. Home is where the heart is, but if you keep moving around, you'll never find your heart. Oh, this one is a bit of a short arm jab. It almost looked like it was expecting the ball to come up a bit more than it did.
Yeah, I agree. It maybe it zipped through a bit lower, but beautifully put away by Maria. Again, sweet, sweet timing. And maybe that's why the move to the top of the order is a good one. He's got a nice hard new ball to deal with. Maybe coming in later in the innings in the first two games, ball a bit softer and having to contend with more slower balls and variations. But he's looked really good against the new ball. He's on 15, and it's been a good start for him.
Yeah, he hasn't looked like a middle order batter being promoted up the order. He actually looks like great technique. He looks like an opener. Sekokune just putting some jam on the bread there, smearing it to the leg side. Sekokune is one of those that every now and again he does develop a shot that is very hard to explain. And any coach watching would tell the youngsters, never try that.
Yeah, that last shot was not particularly easy on the eye. Worked though.
Oh, this one just over the short fine leg. And with the ball still being hard and new, almost feel that fine leg's got to be on the fence, especially if this is the line to Marais that they're going to be attacking at.
Yeah, you're trying to keep away from the short offside boundary. So leg side protection probably the order of the day, but they've got a third man in place. He's just off the field at the moment.
Yeah, if you look at the line that he's bowling, even the previous over where there was a couple of bumpers in there as well, you almost can bring the third man into the circle and drop your fine leg, or be very, very adventurous and drop your fine leg and have your short third, then going to a leg slip if you're going to be bowling this line, even a leg gully. I guess he's probably there if Marais, just as he practiced there, decides to ramp it. But he's way too wide. If Marais ramps that, it's going to be right over the keeper's head.
Good bouncer though. There was some good gas on that delivery, and it was fairly straight.
I like what I'm seeing from Fourie. He's got intent.
Unlucky. Very nearly a pinpoint leg stump Yorker.
I don't think the coaching staff would mind that too much. Obviously, with the plans they have in place, we said it earlier. If you look at this over this far, it was the boundary, but other than that, just a single. If you can close it out now, even with the wide, it's still 6 from the over. It's way below where they need to be. Just an easy single. bring Sekokune back on strike. He's yet to get off. Sorry, he's got a 1. Oh, this time is up in the air. Is this going to be an easy catch? Yes, it is. Furi says thank you very much. And the struggle for Sekokune comes to an end.
Yeah, just one off. That was his 6th delivery now. And then the wild shot comes up, trying to go straight down the ground, but with a horizontal bat. It was really just more of a swipe than a controlled straight hit.
Yeah, we kind of saw this in Division 2 last year as well, where he gets the Storm off to great starts, and then the way he gets out was the frustrating part, I think, for the Storm last year.
But excellent over from Matthew Fourie. 7 runs and a wicket off it, so it's 29 for 1 after 4 overs. So Eastern Storm are going to have a very good couple of overs if they're going to get to that 50 mark inside the power play. The rate required now up to 9.6 to the over, so if they carry on at the current rate for the next couple of overs, that required rate is definitely going to be into double figures straight after the power play.
And this is the man that's going to be very, very important for them, Christopher Brits. He is one of those that's got to stay in for quite a while. If he can be there around about the 15th over, they'll be very, very close. He's a very powerful man. He hits the ball extremely hard. Great timer as well. And Marais has shown that he's in for the long haul. Wants to be there till the end. Not sure that's Ntambo with the ball in hand there.
Nathan Roux was the catcher, by the way, that dismissed Sekokune.
Ardus Kutsar comes into the attack. Oh! And there's a big swing and a miss.
Did he get an inside edge to that though? I thought I heard a little noise.
There's a little something on the stump mic there.
I think it dropped short of the wicket keeper there.
There's been a bit of a handle creak as well. If anyone has been to Supersport Park, we're a long way up. So not always too easy to see. So we are very much dependent on technology. This one is flicked and just past the diving right hand of mid-wicket. Just the one. Eventful 2 deliveries by Kutsar.
Yeah, he's a handy bowler. No great pace, but useful as an all-rounder. Bowls with good control. Pretty straight.
Oh, this time just misdirecting on the legs. And it's Brits that can get off the mark. They've got protection on the fence. The 2 boundary riders, that deep square and a third man. Deep square just protecting the short boundary, and then third man, if they might get it wrong. Maybe a bit short and wide just for the guide. Oh, this one is muscled through mid-wicket, and fantastic fielding. Fantastic fielding there. That's what you want as a bowler, if you can back up your bowlers. That all of a sudden puts a lot of pressure on the batting team, because that means even great shots not going for runs. Again, lovely pickup. Lovely pickup. Oh, Inyati just looks like an outfit that you have to take seriously in the up and coming season. But if I'm not mistaken, if we go back to the Momentum Health Challenge last year, the Storm also struggled.
No,
in the challenge.
No. The Easterns made the final against the Inyati actually, and Inyati won it.
Oh, this one is a short arm jab. One bounce for. And it's Chris Briss that says thank you very much. Just a lovely pickup. Just a short arm jab.
Well, they needed that, the Eastern Storm. Even with that boundary, just 7 runs off the over. So 36 for 1 after 5. And that required rate now 9.8 to the over. By comparison, the Inyati were 55 for 1 after 5 overs.
You can see where they were after 10 as well. They were 109. They were really going on strong to get that 200. So you see within the power play, got a bit of spin going. Taking a leaf out of Luba's playbook. Cezani coming around the wicket.
Yeah, he's bowled in the power play both days previous to this. Done a good job.
Oh, this one is rocked back on the back foot, is it? Oh, fantastic fielding once again. Great work done there. And there's going to be a couple of grass burns tonight.
Jason Niemand putting his body on the line. With all the sand on the field, it does tear the flesh a bit.
Oh, this one swept. Great fielding. The Inyati guys are really throwing their bodies at everything.
Well, just like they started their batting innings with a lot of energy, you can see that energy in the field here now as well. There's a lot of chatter, a lot of encouragement. They're dashing around, diving around.
Oh, again, quick call. Lovely running. This one is smashed over mid-off. A lot of power in that one. It's another forfeit for the Eastern Storm.
Ivan Murray, 29 not out now.
Yeah, just a little shimmy down. As soon as he hit it, he knew he had enough. Brings the power play to a close, and it's 44 for the loss of 1. And oh my word, they're a little bit short. A little bit short. That run rate is just creeping up to 9.9. They're continuing on the 7.3. They need one big over just to really get themselves going.
Well, Murray is going to be a key man now. He's given himself a start. 29 not out. He's got to push on.
And Eastern Cape Iinyathi would know that if they can pick up 2 or 3 quick wickets, that would put all the pressure back on the batters of Eastern Storm. Hardes Kutsia Ball in hand. Oh, big nick. And that's the wicket they wanted. Christopher Brits back in the hut. Charging the bowler. Saw him coming, pushed it a bit wider and shorter. And then nicked through to the keeper.
Yeah, what I like about Hardest Kutsia's bowling is that he doesn't give you too many freebies. And so the batters have to try and manufacture something. And Chris Brits charging down the pitch, still nowhere near the delivery. And in the end, just a loose swipe that he edges through to Malika. He's gone for 6 off 5 balls.
Yeah, that's exactly what Eastern Storm did not want. This partnership was just starting to develop. And Sididi Malika taking a decent catch at a decent height. As a keeper, those are the ones you want.
Very tidy wicketkeeper in Sididi Malika. Impressive last year in this tournament and again in this year's Momentum Health Challenge. 44 for 2 then. First ball of the 7th over. And the Inyati just keep chipping away, and the rate required is now 10.0 to the over.
So we see Alman Khan coming to the crease.
He's batted up the order in both previous games, despite not much of a record of doing it before, but it's done nicely. He got it 13.
No, it's sliding down the leg side. Fine leg didn't appeal, so you know it's never out.
Yeah, Aman Khan came up the order on the first day and got a 30 top scored actually for the Eastern Storm.
Yeah, they got another left armer, Shavir Khan, in the Eastern Storm as well. No relation. Nice brisk left armer. Oh, this one is a short arm again to the short part of the boundary, and fantastic fielding. Only the one. Murray just couldn't put that one away. Seen them play that shot quite frequently, and you'll only play that shot if you can trust the bounce on the deck. That means the pitch is coming through nice and true. No real demons in it.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful deck all 3 days so far.
Oh, taking off the pace. Just a drop and go. Overthrows here will not please Kutser.
Yeah, Khadisa Monefe has been a standout in the field for the Inyati, but I think the throw was just a little bit unnecessary on that occasion. Divan Murray very quick between the wickets, and he was well home on that occasion.
Oh, this one is picked up. Khan says, thank you very much. You're going to target my legs. I'm going to target the fence. It's a sixer.
Short arm jab, a very impressive strike by Aman Khan to bring up the Eastern Storm 50 off 43 balls, 6 fours, and that's the first 6 of the innings.
Fantastic shot. To mention he top scored that first day. See why. He's trying to up the ante a little. Giving himself a bit of room and missing it completely. No real need to do that. And it's Kutser that says, you hit me for a 6, I hit your stumps.
Here's the replay. Yeah, Kutser, he doesn't often leave the stumps, and as I said before, batsmen trying to manufacture things against him and getting into trouble. He does the basics really well, Hardest Kutser. And Aman Khan, who just to the 6, is bowled for 8.
He was trying to give himself a bit of room, maybe to access the offside, or maybe a double bluff, force him to bowl into the legs. Didn't happen. 54 for the loss of 3, and things getting tougher and tougher and tougher for Eastern Storm. They still have Devon Marais there. He becomes the mainstay. He becomes the most important wicket now for the Eastern Storm. He's on 30. So it looks like Patel has joined Devon Marais at the crease. Picked up 3 wickets earlier after getting a lot of tap in his first 5 deliveries.
Also promoted up the order. He actually batted number 11 in one of the earlier games, but he's definitely better than that. I'm not sure he's a number 5 though. I know he was a handy run getter at junior level. It's not Bart Patel, no. It's Braden Hicks. That makes a lot more sense. Braden Hicks was outstanding yesterday. Unfortunately, in a losing cause, he blasted 93 off just 45 balls against the Northern Cape. 8 sixes in that innings. It really was a magnificent knock by him.
Yeah, I think you could hear the shock on our voices when when Patel was promoted before Hicks. Issue with the shirts, it does make things a little bit tougher to realize who's in next. Oh, this one, little shimmy. Couple of bounces to that fielder. Down at long on.
Hicks is similar stature to Bart Patel.
He's going to take strike for his first delivery, facing Cezani.
Well, with 126 needed off 75 balls, the Eastern Storm need Hicks to do something similar to what he did yesterday.
Oh, what a delivery that was. Just continuing with the angle. Almost like a slider.
Yeah, much quicker. Hicks in trouble there.
Oh, swept and swept well. Oh, fantastic fielding. Is he going to do a double? Oh my word, how unlucky is that? Phenomenal fielding by Kutser. And it's a 4 runs to get himself going, Hicks. What an effort that was on the fence. A long, long vacant land he covered. Oh. And I mentioned earlier we're sitting quite high up, and we actually heard that ball thud into Cezani's hand there. So that's going to leave a bit of a sting.
Yeah, and just a couple of overs ago, he was diving in the covers to cut off a firmly struck shot. So his hands are taking a bit of a battering today, but they're doing a good job with the ball. 2 overs for 15.
As you can just see the shirts there, it's not Van Sail that's going to come into bowl. It's going to be Claudia Molefe. It's just asking the route to change 1 or 2 little angles. Another one of those promising bowlers. Claudia Molefe. It's also one of those that just gets wickets at regular intervals. They really get everything going.
Was brilliant on the first day. 4 overs, none for 21, 1 for 40 yesterday.
Immediately, just rotating the strike. Is Murray. He knows he's the most important batter at the moment. He's got to stay there, take it nice and deep. Busy with the 9th over. Oh, it would have been phenomenal fielding from Molefi's own bowling. Just can't get a hand to it. It's again just a single. But you've got to feel that the Eastern Storm has got to have one big over. An over of 17, maybe 20 somewhere. Otherwise, they're just going to leave themselves too much to do at the end.
Well, that required rate will just keep going up without that big over. 10.3 now.
Going for the sweep against the turn. There's protection on the fence. He's got long on, deep square, and also deep mid-wicket on the fence. This one is swept. It is in the gap. It is one bounce for. And they need to target someone. Is it going to be Molefi?
Not the biggest gap between cow corner and a wideish log on, but very well picked out by Divan Murray. Nearly a 6 bounce just before the boundary.
Fetch way outside off stump. Oh, this time just rocked back, dropped it into the offside. They're going to go for the second. Molefi is there. Is it a run out? Fantastic running by Hicks. Great communication by the two. And yeah, everyone will hear some background noise every now and again.
There's a lot of work going on at Supersport Park at the moment in preparation for the 2027 World Cup. Exciting times in South African cricket as we prepare for that global showpiece.
Oh, big appeal. This is going to be given out. Went for the sweep again, this time going a lot squarer. And it's wicket time for Molefi.
Yeah, well bowled. He's been bowling well outside all stump previously in this over, but this one is pretty straight. And using the angle very well. He went a little bit wider and then got just enough turn back into the pads towards the offside, straightening, and that's a massive breakthrough. Maria gone for 40 off 36 balls.
That was a one wicket that the Eastern Storm did not want to lose. He was looking set, he was looking dangerous. That's a fourth one down. 9 overs gone, 11 left. Going at a decent strike rate of 7.7, but they require about 10.5. So every dot, every wicket becomes so important. Hicks still not really settled. Now you've got Luba joining him at the crease.
Bowled very well, did Leander Luba. Let's see if he can make a contribution with the bat. As long as Hicks is there, Eastern Storm do still have a hope. Mm-hmm. Most definitely. We saw how destructive he could be yesterday.
Leandre Luba, strong fella. As Tozama Totana comes into the attack. Right armour, fairly skittish. Oh, this one is pulled. It's pulled in front of square. And it's going to trickle over the fence for a forfeit.
Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it. And there's no one at mid-wicket, so deep square leg had to run a long way and couldn't cut it off. So Tatana goes for a boundary, first ball. Well put away by Braden Hicks.
We've seen a lot of batters pulling in front of square. In this game in particular. Oh, this one in mid-wicket's hands, and he just could not palm it up for the second grab. Would have been a great catch. Timed the jump. Was there? Look at that, just palmed it up and just got too much hand to it. Back to a conventional cricket stroke. A good comeback. Nearly after the boundary, we saw a wicket. So then you saw that in Kumalo's over. Seeded a boundary and then picked up a wicket. The very next ball, same delivery, same stroke, different result. It nearly happened twice in a row there. Oh, big heave. Big heave. He saw the cow train passing and he thought, I'm going to put one through the window. That would be an impressive hit though.
Yeah, not sure that's ever going to happen. We've seen one ball get past the chalets in this year's Momentum Health Challenge so far. It's even with the short boundary on that side.
Giving himself a lot of room. This one is absolutely thumped over mid-off. It's a one bounce four.
Yeah, excellent batting by Braden Hicks, but Tatama didn't adapt at all. He went early, outside leg stump, and pretty much got the ball exactly where he wanted it. Good strike though.
And he's really muscled that one. It wasn't at the pitch of the ball, it was on the up. Hicks have decided that this is the bowler they want to target. That's the end of 10, halfway through the Eastern Storm innings. 4 wickets down, 77 for 4. And if you look at that equation, Ken, 106 for 3 is where the Eastern Cape Iinyathi was. Eastern Storm still a long way off from that.
Yeah, at the moment it's the Eastern Cape Iinyathi who are in control. And it just feels as if they can get rid of Hicks, then that will become a very, very strong position indeed. But 106 needed still off 10 overs, so 10.6 to the over. Not impossible, but it's starting to become a very big ask for the Eastern Storm. Khadi Malefi continues from the West Lane end. So nice delivery, really just slowing the pace up. Batter's got to make all the pace, and then he hits it to cover. Sazani doing the fielding. And then the attempted slog sweep. Again, Malefi just giving the batter no pace to work with there.
Yeah, and it almost looked like he was trying to hit that over mid-on instead of real cow corner.
Yeah, Luba swinging like a rusty gate on that delivery. He's a big lad though. I think if he does connect, it's going to go a fair distance. But if he drags his length back and chopped out to deep point. Excellent fielding. Oh, should that have been 2, Gert?
Oh, it looks like it's Tando Ntini down there. He's got one heck of an arm. When that cannon is loaded, and if it's on target, you're going to be found wanting.
And I suppose getting Braden Hicks on strike, the more in batsman, is not a bad idea. Hicks on 13 not out. 78 for 4. Midway through the 11th over. Tossed up, makes room, driven through the covers. Just the one.
Just making sure they keep rotating. But just with their singles, the run rate required has jumped up to over 11. So they need that big over. And they need it soon. 2 of them at the moment.
Yeah, they're just not getting regular boundaries is an issue for Eastern Storm. They need, yeah, probably 2 boundaries and over now to be fair with the required rate, up to 11.2. Bowled him. That is a massive wicket for Khadi Malefe. Very well bowled. He has stuck to his method this over. No pace. Getting the batsman to try and hit to the long boundary. And Braden Hicks going well outside the leg stump. And missing and out, as you see there.
Now this one just looks like he took the not just the pace off, but also just let it go on with the arm. And a lovely ball just to dismiss the big hitting Hicks. And you mentioned earlier, is this now it for the Eastern Storm? 80 for the loss of 5. Half their team back in the hut, and it's all 5 of the big names.
I see the official scorers have Hicks as being out caught behind by wicketkeeper Malika. You obviously just got a little scratch on that run. Good take by Malika. He's a really accomplished gloveman. Mikhail Pillay comes to the crease. He can bat. Not all is lost, perhaps, for the Eastern Storm, but it's going to take a mammoth effort from here. 80 for 5 after 11 overs.
Yeah, I just saw the replay there. It's every now and again I wonder what happens, but definitely got bowled. Mikhail Pillay, the next batter. Oh, big ask.
Tatana in again, and Luba. Nice shot for one.
That equation now becomes mammoth. 102 of 53 deliveries. And every single now makes the run rate pop up. It's creeping on to 12 to the over. That means it's 2 every single delivery. They need 2 overs of 20 apiece, at least.
They've got to start picking up boundaries. No question about it. 2 and over now they need. 102 to win or 53 balls. 5 wickets down. Bit of batting still to come, Ridwan and Rasamene.
Yeah, but you've got to feel, if you look at the match scenario where it stands at the moment. So at the moment, it looks like Eastern Cape Iinyathi is going to make 3 out of 3. And also, if you actually compare the scorecards over to over, you'll see that the Eastern Cape Iinyathi started their overs off very well. There was a boundary or a couple of twos early on, especially at the latter part. Those boundaries came frequently in the beginning of the over.
Yeah, very good point, Gert. And to get an idea of the match situation, I always like to look at the DLS par score, which at the moment is 109. So the Eastern Storm are 27 runs behind on the DLS par, and that tells you that they are well behind at the moment in this game, needing 101 or 51 balls with 5 wickets down.
You know you're behind the 8 ball where not even rain can save you.
Yeah, this is good bowling by Tatama. He's hitting the deck hard, big tall man, and we can just see Leon Luba's battling to get it away, battling with the timing as it kind of sticks in the deck a bit. That one he's got over extra cover. That's a good strike.
It was absolutely smashed. He was looking for it. He had a couple that he tried to muscle through there. Just could not get hold of it, and finally gets hold of one. Look at that. Just bang a little bit more width than the other deliveries. And Luba says, thank you very much.
Better by Totana, cramping Luba there. End of the 12th over. 6 runs off it, 86 for 5. And the required rate now over 12.
Just looking at some of the other action that we've got just around the corner, all the way in Benoni at Willamore Park. It's the unofficial third ODI from South Africa, playing New Zealand A. 167 for 1. Busy with the 27th over as Rivaldo Munsami is on 72 and Jordan Herman on 75. Having a bit of a time of it is the SAA batters.
Oh, and especially the Herman brothers. Goodness me, they are full of runs. As that's what the Eastern Storm want to be. Khadisa Molefe to bowl his third over, 2 for 11 he's got so far, and again keeping it very tight.
Yeah, you mentioned the Herman brothers. What a moment it was when Jordan was there for his brother's 100. His second one in as many games. Their father being there for both of their 100s. Oh, this one is smashed, and Molefe gets it, and he's got a mind to flick it onto the stumps as well, but I think that just left a bit of a stinger.
He's a very good fielder, Khaldise Molefe, and like most spinners, especially off his own bowling. This one will be down to long on for 1.
Just changed his approach a little bit, going a little bit fuller, a little bit quicker. Just making sure they can't get underneath him now. They know they need boundaries and they need 6s. Just a 4 and over is not going to do it anymore.
That's a good hit, over long on, all the way into the grandstand for 6. Leon Luba using those long levers to good effect.
It was a bit disappointing by those fans sitting there, none of them going for the ball. Shows you when you got prize money on the ball, what they'll do.
I was going to say, you got to offer them money, Cat.
But a massive hit. It's look at that big frame of Luba. TV doesn't always do them justice. He's a proper strong young man. The equation is 90 of 44.
More of those shots required for the Eastern Storm. He goes again, Luba, and repeats the dose. Bit wider and even a bit further this time into the grandstand.
That's exactly what the doctor ordered. If you can get one more. If you can get one more over the fence, that would be the one big over that they need. Look at that, just swinging through the line. I doubt this one will be tossed up. It will probably be flatter, quicker. Maybe even
Wider.
A slider.
Yeah, wider outside off probably. Ooh. Well, it was outside off. But Luba playing over the top of that one to end the over. 13 gone, 99 for 5. And the Eastern Storm need 84 off 42 balls. So exactly 12 to the over.
It just shows you, even with 2 6s in a row, still can't get that 2-runner ball equation off the board. I don't think they'll mind that they go after Glaru. Leif has been bowling decently, so if you want to hit me, it's fine. as there's a change in bowling. Ken?
Yeah, Lichle Cezani, the very tidy left arm, off spinner, 2 overs for 15. He bowled much earlier in the innings. He's been good in the power play for the Inyati, and then he comes back in the middle overs and finishes off. But a good move this, giving the Eastern Storm batsman no pace to work with. Pillow on strike. Delicately played, like with the hands of a cellist there. Delicately as a cellist player, just angled for 1 pound square. 100 up for the Eastern Storm. It's taken them 81 balls. One run through square leg. Oh, no, they're coming back for 2. Slightly better throw, and I think Luba might have been struggling.
This is exactly what they need to do. They can't settle for ones. If you're going to drop and go, it's got to be a 2. Belay did the right thing to get Luba on strike. Now they've got to keep Luba on strike. They're going to need an over of at least 20 here just to get that 2-runner ball equation down.
Yeah, they've got to start putting the bowlers and the fielders under a bit of pressure. And as you say, on that long boundary to the left of your screen, they've got to try and turn 1s into 2s. Even if that prompts a field change, to then give them an opportunity somewhere else to maybe collect the boundary. The start. There did Pillay. Quicker from Cezani.
One thing they cannot afford is dot balls at the moment.
The attempted reverse paddle has gone straight up in the air, but over the keeper's head. Just a 1.
And even with that single, the run rate has actually increased by 0.2. So it's closing in on that 13 mark now.
Well, that's the problem. When it gets above 12 to the over, if you don't hit a boundary, it basically keeps going up. He's heaved hard, has Luba inside half of the bat. Again, just the single. End of the over. 14 gone. 105 for 5. So again, an over that Inyati will be very, very happy with. Just 6 runs off it.
And again a single, and again that 0.2 jump. So it means it's 13 required of every single over from here on in. That means even if they get 2 runs every ball, it's not going to be enough. They actually got to hit 2 to 3 boundaries every single over from here on in. And one of them has got to clear the fence. Got the right man to do it. Luba is still there. He's on 23.
Hardest Kutsa is returning to the attack. 2 overs, 2 for 16 for him so far today, doing another very good job with the ball, the all-rounder. Just fine-tuning his field. Fine leg is going to come up into the ring. Deep square leg is going to go. He's also going to come in. Long on dropping back. There's a man at cow corner on the boundary and a deep cover, and third man is now backtracking towards the boundary. I don't think he's going to go all the way back.
This is going to be full, it's going to be straight. He's going to try and bowl as quickly as he possibly can.
Down the ground, high in the air, very high. Long off, Cezani rather, it's just cleared him for 6.
Yeah, even with that going for 6, you've got to feel that's right to the plan, because it's right over the fielder. It's a long part of the boundary, so I don't think Kutzer will change the plan.
I was going to say, it's exactly Kutzer's modus operandi, is that he tries to make the batsman hit straight, gives them nothing square of the wicket, And if they're good enough, as Luba was just on that occasion, they get reward. Oh, just outside that red guideline for the wide. Good idea though by Hardest Kutsa.
That's exactly why third man is down right on the fence as well. It's especially for that one. If he then gets a bit of bat on it, saves the boundary. But a great start to the over. The first real good start they've had in these latter overs.
Hit powerfully, wide of long off. He's got work to do, Sazani. No, can't quite pull that off. Another good strike by Leander Luba.
10 in 3. 10 in 3, exactly what the doctor ordered. Immediately that run rate has dropped to 11.8 with those 2 hits by Luba. Are we going to see something magical? 34 balls remaining. 67 still required. 3 deliveries to go in this over.
A big finish will really help the Eastern Storm here. No, well bowled by Kutsa. Pace off. Difficult to get away. And a dot ball at the end.
You've got to feel that Luba's got to face the majority of this 33 deliveries that are left. I forgot about the wide. There's only 3 deliveries left now. So that means there was 11 runs in 2 balls. That always helps.
Excellent bowling by Hardest Kutsa. And a lot of applause ringing out from the field by his teammates. They know the plan, and they know it's been executed perfectly there.
And that run rate's going to play seesaw with us. Was down to 11.8, back up to 12.6 with 2 dots.
Again, full and wide, but Luba has played that really well. Over extra cover for another boundary. Leander Luba turns 24 a week today, and the way he bowled today and now the way he's striking it, he looks a promising all-round youngster.
He's got to close out the over. He's got to try and eke out another boundary. Already 15 from the over. Can he get one more over the fence? What a result that would be for the Eastern Storm.
Yeah, rate required down to 12.2 now. Another boundary, and it might even go just below 12. Luba, straight down the ground. Wonderful hits. 6 more. And that's the big over that the Eastern Storm really needed to stay in this contest. They now need 57 off 30 balls, which you'd have to say, if Luba stays in, is on the cards.
All of a sudden the equation becomes a little bit more easier with a 21 run over. And now if you look at the comparisons, Eastern Cape Iinyathi was 144 for 5, and not that far away now, 126 for 5 is the Eastern Storm, where they were trailing by almost 40 runs. All of a sudden only about 19 runs apart between the two.
And let's not forget that the Inyati kind of fell away at the back end of the innings, bowled out at the end of the innings, so they lost 5 wickets in their last 5 overs. So if these two can stay together for Eastern Storm, you never know.
Just see how Malefe just changing ends. Gonna ask Pillay and Luba to hit to the further end. They can get another over of 20 here. Oh boy, do we have a game on our hands then.
Absolutely. Pillay on strike. Malefe has changed ends now to the hen observer end. Long boundary on the leg side. That's where Pillay goes, but he hasn't managed to avoid cow corner, running around, good catch taken.
Looks like Nathan Rue down there. Looks like he's taken the catch, and great work done, slowing it up. Delay going big. They know they needed it. Just cannot pick the gap. That's another wicket for Molefe. As long as Luba is there, Eastern Storm might feel they got a chance. Although the wickets are falling, if they're going big, it's fine. You don't want to be 15 short and still have 3 wickets in hand.
Yeah, no, I think Ridwan and Rasamene are capable of doing a job here, are capable of supporting Luba. Big job is to make sure that he gets enough strike. But they're also going to have to go some. They can't take too long to get going in the innings. 57 needed off 29 balls now, with that second wicket for Khaldise Molefe.
Nice little tap and go, just get Luba back on strike. That was the first delivery of the over. If you can just get Luba on strike for the next 4, might just get him going again. He's been taking a liking to Molefe.
Yeah, and the thing is that if Luba does get on strike, we have the left-hander Ridwan at the crease now, but Luba as a right-hander can go with the turn, Molefe, and can target over extra cover, the short boundary there. So definitely think that's the sensible play here. There's no mid-wicket for Ridwan. Maybe there should be, just to stop him from just pushing the one and getting Luba back on strike. Well, he goes for the big hit, but he'll get the one.
Well, great result. Luba's on strike, and if he struck it firmly, it would have gone over the ropes. Even with that over, that Luba took Molefe on a little bit. Still only conceded 25 runs. It's bowled brilliantly.
Again, yeah. Kalia Ridwan is the new batsman, kept wicket today for the Eastern Storm. Right, Luba on strike, Molefe.
Oh, he's
halfway down the ground. It's well bowled with Molefe, quicker and right up in the block. Oh, difficult for Luba to get underneath that one. High in the air, splits the 2 fielders on the leg side. Very well placed by Ridwan. He gets 4. It was not far away from being 6.
Probably, again, your voice projects, maybe mine as well. We asked, what do you mean get Luba on strike? I can hit a couple of boundaries as well. Just keeps them in the hunt, keeps them in the hunt.
51 needed of 26 balls, and now there's a big conference between Nathan Rue and bowler Molefe. I think Molefe's going to come over the wicket to the left-hander for starters. Skipper runs out to deep extra cover. Cover sweeper comes into the ring. It's also a deep backward square leg. Fired in full, and just a single.
Oh, not what they wanted. Not what they wanted. One more delivery to go. This now becomes a difficult situation, because does he go for it, or he just make sure that he's on strike for the next one?
I think go for it, because Ridwan, I think, has showed enough already that it's okay if he's on strike at the start of the next over. A 6 now, bring it down to 44 for the last 4 overs. They need a boundary to the Storm. Oh, they're not going to get it. How did that miss? Or was it dropped by wicketkeeper Malika? Malefe is in agony. What happened here, Khat?
Oh my word, the wrong person to ask is Luba as well, because he also stood there and looked at everything because he doesn't understand why he's there.
I don't think there was an edge. I think it just somehow missed leg stump.
You can see Malefe just having a chat to the umpire there. He said, listen, are those stickers regulation thickness? There might be a little thing we can do there.
Well, it's a dot ball at least, a very valuable dot ball. And the end of Khadise Malefe's excellent spell, 4 overs, 3 for 31. He's done a super job. So, 4 overs left in this Momentum Health Challenge match between the Eastern Storm and the Eastern Cape Inyati. And Easterns need 50 of 24 balls to win. Matthew Fourie, well bowled, but even better batting by Ridwan. Gave himself room and he's timed that very sweetly over long off for 6.
Oh wow, what a shot! What a shot! It's a fantastic shot. Took the pace off, but just waited for it and threw his hands through it.
That's a shot of real quality because it's been difficult for a lot of batters to deal with pace off bowled into the pitch. Fourie goes again and there you see the timing was out that time for Ridwan.
Opting for the shorter delivery, going to the big part of the fence. They know even 2s doesn't get them there. They must clear the fence a couple of times more. Still 4 to go. Just creating the angle, coming into the batter, just making it easier for them to play into the leg side.
And it is leg side and Ridwan's got a lot on that. Another brilliant strike. 6 more.
Fantastic batting. You mentioned earlier, it's also the 150 up for the Eastern Storm. 151 for a loss of 6. I beg your pardon, it's not the 150 up. I might be predicting it.
38 needed of 21 now at the moment. And that gap between runs required and balls left has really come down a lot in this over.
Oh, another biggie. Another biggie. Still 3 to go. If they can get another 6 here and then a couple.
Yeah, Fourie was kind of forced to go full there because the balls he's dug into the deck, 2 of them have disappeared for 6 well bowled and just a single, but possibly not much respite for the bowler because Leander Luba is now on strike on 44.
And all of a sudden 37 of 20 deliveries. The Storm will start believing. They'll start believing if Luba can get another boundary here. They can get it down to 32 of the last 18 deliveries.
Probably going to be wide outside off stump. Oh, the Yorker. Very well bowled, Matthew Fourie. That's good. He's not being predictable there, and Luba did well to keep it out, but couldn't get anything more than a single off it.
Fantastic delivery. Everyone knows how dangerous the Yorker is. Still one of the most underrated deliveries. I'd like to see them even start that at the top of an innings every now and again.
Bowled him! Bolden Furry full again. Ridwan giving himself space and trying to bash him down the ground. It's been an excellent little cameo by Kalia Ridwan. It's given Eastern Storm a chance. 19 off 8 balls. But Matthew Furry has the last laugh.
He closed out that over with a wicket and more importantly a dot as well. 147 for a loss of 7. 17 overs gone. And it's Luba that'll be facing up. As we see Rasamene coming to the crease. I don't think that he's going to need a big invitation to have a big swing.
Well, he's also handy with the bat. So Eastern Storm not out of this yet.
Just comes down to that one big over again. They need one big over. They can get another over of 20 runs. Oh my word. What a game that would be then.
Well, Tando Ntini is coming back onto bowl. 2 overs, none for 14. The chief strike bowler, dare I say, for the Inyati. Back for the 18th over. 36 needed off 3 overs. Definitely on with Luba still there. Luba's on 45 and he's on strike.
Yeah, he'll be entrusted with overs 18 and 20 most likely. The question would be who's going to bowl that penultimate over at over number 19.
I think probably Furry. He's still got an over left. He looks to have the skills to bowl at the death. Long on and long off. Deep mid-wicket, deep square leg and a cover sweeper. And heaved away towards cow corner by Luba. Nice strike, but just on the bounce to the fielder for 1.
Exactly what Eastern Cape Iinyathi would want. New bats on strike. Although Rasamene can really hit it, he hasn't faced the delivery yet. And then again, this deck is playing so beautifully and true. He's going to get one up in his end. He's probably just going to swing hard.
Squared up. We'll get a fortunate single. Inyati will be happy that it's back to 2 right-handers at the crease again. Does really simplify things with the short boundary now on the offside.
And the Eastern Storm will be happy with that single because it means Luba is back on strike.
Time for a boundary. 34 needed off 16 balls. Where can Luba collect? Over extra covers still. Or even square on the offside. He goes down over long on. It's a towering hit. Monster hit by Leon Luba. How strong is this lad? 6 more.
Oh, he's muscled there to bring up his 50. And what an innings it has been. Look at this. That's just absolute muscle. No room to play with. Just jabbed it over. Phenomenal shot. Oh, 28 or 15. If he can get one more over the fence here. And also brings up the 150 for the Storm. It's 155 of 108 deliveries. How that equation has changed.
Well, that's Luba's 5th 6. And just 26 balls required for his half century. Oh, well bowled Tando Ntini. Hitting the deck hard. It just got a bit too big for Luba and he could do nothing with that. 28 needed off 14 balls.
If they can get it down to around about 20 for the last 2. Even 22. We're in for a big finish.
Yeah,
big finish.
These are 2 big balls to finish the over. Easton's looking for a couple of boundaries. No, that's not going to get there. Well bowled in Teeny, just the one. All right, where can Rasameni get a 3? If you can't find the boundary. But boundary will be his first option.
That'll bring it down to that 22.
Kind of missed out there. If you could have just got a little bit of bat on that one. No one on the boundary behind square on your side. But Tundo and Teeny has finished the over pretty well. Just 9 off the over. 156 for 7. 27 needed off the last 2 overs.
This becomes a very, very massive over. It's become so important for the Eastern Cape Iinyathi to keep their perfect record intact. You called it Fourie going to finish up. Could set at another over as well. As well as Tutama had another 2 to go as well. He bowled pretty decently as well, but Fourier's got the skills and is entrusted with this penultimate over. This will swing the game. This will determine where we'll be at the end.
So Fourier's got 3 men on the boundary on the leg side, long on, cow corner, deep square leg. It's the short boundary on the leg side. And just the one man on the long boundary, the cover sweeper, and a long off. Ooh, just over the stumps. Luba swing and miss, and he walks away. Just to gather his thoughts a bit.
He held his shape in all the 6s that he's hitting. This one you can see he just threw everything at it. That's why he walks away. He's just telling himself, just keep your shape, hit through the line. The deck is nice and true. We saw him clear all parts of the ground today, so he knows the boundary is not too far away for him.
Bowled him! Head up, heaving. And Leander Luba's second half century in T20 cricket comes to an end. It's been a valiant effort. He gave Eastern Storm a sniff when they were well out of it. Out for 53 of 30 balls, 5 6s.
Oh, fantastic batting. Those 5 6s complement about 3 4s as well. You've got to feel that's the chance for Eastern Storm. Look at the replay. Again, just lifting up the head, just losing his shape. And Fourie says thank you very much as Parth Patel now comes to the crease. Got us very excited earlier on when we thought he's been pushed up the order.
Well, at least he's not number 11 this time, which he has been before.
Fourie picks up his second. And even though the previous over he got a bit of tap as well, even his bowling figures is only 2 for 27. He's hitting 17 that previous over.
4th batsman to be bowled in this innings. So the Inyati have targeted the stumps well when required, and also they've hit the deck, their seamers, with variations. Spinners have bowled well. Fourie to Patel. Straight up in the air. Wicket keeper Malika calls. He's under it. He's taken it. 2 and 2.
Oh, that's the 9th one down. 155 for the loss of 6, and Parth Patel not really troubling the scorers, giving them a bit of a time off. And also means Fourie is on a hat-trick.
That's right, second bowler in this match to be on a hat-trick after the man who's batting at the other end, Andrew Rasamene.
And what time to be bowling at a hat-trick when you were bowling to number 11?
And that number 11 is young Martin Kumalo.
His batting prowess. He's definitely in the team as a bowler. Don't think he's going to do what Luba did. With that wicket of Luba, oh, the game just fell away. But what a fight back in both innings. First with the ball by Eastern Storm and then with the bat as well. Just both times feels like they're back in the contest, and then wicket time for Furi.
Here's Furi on a hat trick. Oh, Kumalo. Oh, it could be right out. My word, he went wandering down, dropped his bat, and now he's going to be. Yeah. Furi had the ball for a second. I thought he'd broken the stumps without the ball, but that's just a chaotic end to the match. But the Inyati, well, they've kept calm here at the death, despite coming under a little bit of pressure, thanks to Leander Luba and Kalia Ridwan. But the Eastern Storm are bowled out for 156, and they fall 26 runs short.
That was the second team hat-trick for the day as well. WrestleMania, there was a run-out and then the 2 wickets. And what a great pickup that was by Furi. Fantastic pickup, kept calm, didn't try and do anything funny, and just a fantastic pickup and run-out. So that means they win by 26 runs, and the Eastern Cape Iinyathi, they keep their perfect record intact.
Yeah, the defending champions of the Momentum Health Challenge, the Eastern Cape Iinyathi, march into tomorrow's final with a wonderful unbeaten record, 3 from 3, and they've played some really accomplished, some really good T20 cricket this week, fully deserving their place in the final. As we just run through the Eastern Storm batting card, well, it was a competitive total they were chasing. The clipboard didn't really fire, apart from Divan Mariam at 40 off 36 balls. They were in all sorts of strife at 69 for 4 when Leander Luba came to the crease with the run rate required in double digits, and he batted superbly, blasted 53 off just 30 deliveries to give them a sniff, especially when Kalia Ridwan was with him. He made 19 off 8 balls, but in the end, the Inyati bowlers and their fielders kept their nerve and bowled them to victory. What did you make of the bowling attack, Kat?
Oh, fantastic bowling attacks. Very impressed by Furi. And then also, Khadi Molefe bowled pretty decently as well. The one thing they've done is they picked up wickets at crucial stages. And that was a problem as well, going through the lineup as well. If you go through the partnerships of the Eastern Storm, no real partnerships to speak of. First wicket fell at 29, then 44, then 54, 69. So there was regular intervals of wickets, and that's kind of where the problem was for them. No one stuck around with the batter that was in, and that made it life very difficult for them going forward. But like I said, Furi bowled well. Harris Kutsar also bowled pretty well, picked up 2 wickets, but Matthew Furi's 4 wickets just put him apart from the rest. And that means that our game this afternoon is one proper semi-final. We know the one finalist. Who will be the other?
That's right. Hopos won this afternoon. The Mpumalanga Rhinos, who have also played impressive cricket this week. They won their opening game with a bonus point. Absolute thriller against the Inyati yesterday. Lost off the last ball. And they will take on the Northern Cape Heat, who also won with a bonus point on the opening day. Lost to the Inyati yesterday. No, they couldn't have lost to the Inyati. They lost to. No, they beat Easterns yesterday. Anyway, besides the point, it's going to be a semi-final basically. Mpumalanga Rhinos versus Northern Cape Heat. Winner will go into tomorrow's final against the Eastern Cape Inyati. 1:30 p.m. Do join us just before then.